If you're a business owner and you've been posting content building a personal brand, hoping that it converts for your business finally and pushes you past the revenue ceiling that you feel like you've been stuck at for months, then this video is for you. Because I was in your same position. And I had a client when I did an onboarding the other day. He asked me, what's the number one thing that you wish you would have done sooner when it came to posting content for your business? And I sat there and thought about it. And me, I have no regrets for business. But then I said, I wish I was more intentional in spreading the message that I spread now, way before I actually started. That was my thing, that I wasn't speaking to the person who needs exactly what I have to offer. And if you had that problem, what I announced in the beginning of the video, this solution is exactly for you, because this is exactly what I had to learn. So I've been running my program, Saint University, for the past year, seriously. Meaning I did it before, but I didn't take it serious. But now this is 100% in. This is my business. God has given me this. And so in this video, I'm going to teach you from my own experience on why your content isn't actually converting and what you need to do to change that to actually make content that converts. So my business, Saint University, like I said, been running it seriously for the past year. And for that whole past year, I didn't start being intentional on my content until 2 months ago, guys. Past year, I'm speaking, doing videos, what I think is what people need to hear. And I'm speaking to the wrong crowd. And I've realized this lately as I've been trying to post some top of funnel content on my page, and I'm going through my old content and I'm listening to me talk, bro, and I'm speaking straight to brokies, people who just can't afford my offer, people who wouldn't be interested in the first place. And back then I was sitting there wondering, dang, why are these clients not converted? Well, it's obvious, because my message was to the wrong person. And it was so bad, guys. Top of funnel content I still can't even use, because it's just oriented and positioned to the wrong people. And ever since I changed my content strategy up 2 months ago, guys, last month we hit a record month at Saint University. We hit a over 5-figure day, and all I had to do was change my messaging. And that's what you have to do in your business. The reason why your content isn't converting, you're sitting there like, bro, I'm posting 5 times a day, but it's just not working, is because you are targeting the wrong person. You are speaking to the wrong person. And I know, okay, well, just change my messaging. It sounds easier than what it is, but guys, it took me 2 weeks to really just dial in and be able to speak directly towards my ICP. And not just speak to them, but now be able to stay on the level to where I always relate to them. Because you have your skill set and talent from our Father in heaven himself, and you're getting paid from it. But you know how to solve that person's problem. You just can't reach them, or they just can't find you. Or when that one person does find you, they just don't see the value in you. And that's mainly because you are not speaking directly towards them. That was my problem. And so this is the solution that I found. I said, okay, you know what? Let me stop trying to motivate people, because motivation is for the world. There are way more losers in the world than there are people who are actually winning, who actually have a problem that needs to be solved. So first, stop trying to motivate the whole world with your content and focus on solving the problem to the person who can afford what you offer and is actually searching for you. So what does this look like in content? Before, my content will be all about, you need to get up and stop being lazy and take the life the Lord has for you. Who is that speaking to? Brokies. To now, my top of funnel explains basically what this video is. I had this one problem. My content wasn't converting. I had about 3,000 signups, but not one sale, 0 sales from it. And so that was all because I was speaking to the wrong crowd. I was speaking to people who was interested, but who didn't need it. I was speaking to people who maybe needed it, but had no money. So what I have to do is be intentional in my content and speak directly to the person who needs it and has the money to make the investment, to who understands. So now that is what my content has began to become. And I'm speaking and relating directly to the person who was in my position, who needs it and who has the money to make the investment. And so that is what Saint University does, right? So now I'm pointing out the problem and saying Saint University has a solution where we help you build a personal brand that speaks directly to your ICP and brings in the actual clients who need exactly what you have to offer. That's the whole point. And so diverting away from speaking to the brokies and trying to get motivation, thinking somebody who needs motivation will pay me $5,000, and I speak directly to the person who doesn't need motivation, but actually is stuck at 5 to 8K a month in their business and is trying to implement content, but it's just not working, speaking to that person. So now I tell them, hey, you've been my content is this now, actually. You've been uploading 5 times a day, and you're not seeing no conversion from it because you may be a day trader and you're trying to run a mentorship for day trading, but you're dancing on TikTok thinking this is good content. Why would that convert? Why would a day trader look at that content? What you actually need to do is solve the problem of the person who needs what you have to offer. Somebody wants to be a day trader and be profitable. Well, teach them in your content how to be profitable every single day. Now you're aligned. And you see, that's exactly what my content has turned into. So now the brokies who have no idea what posting content will actually do for them, they have no idea how to make money themselves. They can't relate to that at all. They're like, what the heck are you talking about? I just want to get views and make money. You push those people away now to now we aim towards the established one. The person who, okay, I'm a trader, I have money, I want to build my own mentorship, but the content's not working. Okay, boom. You have to find the solution to somebody's problem, and that is what you focus on each and every day in your content. Why? Because we follow this kingdom principle. That works. Jesus says, I do not pray for the world, but those who are sent to me. So in the same way, our content is not for the world, but our content is for those who need exactly what we have to offer. It's for those who our skill set and talent that God has given us can genuinely serve and change and impact that person's life. So when you focus your content on that now, you begin to push away the brokies, actually speak to the audience that you already have that actually needs what you have to offer. Because at first they're on the fence because they like you, but they didn't believe you could give them results, so they'll go to somebody else. But when you show that you have the solution genuinely to the problem, that's when your content will convert. That's when they'll start paying attention to your content and say, hey, you know what? I actually do need this guy. So if you're ready to actually make content that converts, all you have to do is work with me. You can go to the link in the description, apply to work with me one-on-one in Saint University, God's Work Club, and we can actually get you to making content that converts. We can get you to making content that speaks and reaches the person who is begging to pay you. Not someone who needs motivation and hopefully they can make money. No, somebody who is begging to pay what you're worth because they genuinely need you. They just haven't found anyone they could trust yet or align with yet. That is what we'll focus on for you and making your content that way and building your personal brand to be relevant for 10, 20 years. So you're planting seeds a year ago that are eventually sprouting today. That's the whole point. So stop making content, throwing it at the wall, but make content for the one specific person. And now you may lose views because of that. You may lose followers because of that, but our views and followers paying the bills. Our views and followers stewarding the kingdom of God with the business he appointed you to. Our views and followers putting food on the table for you and your family. No, but what is? People who need what you have to offer because they're paying you for that solution. So if you get 100 views, but 20 of them become clients, isn't that better than 100,000 views and 0 become a client? 1, maybe? So where are your priorities at? That's what you have to ask yourself, and that's exactly what you have to focus on. Focus on the business. Focus on the stewardship. Because when you focus on the business that God has appointed to you, that's seeking first the kingdom of God. And then you're using that skill set and talent in the business to serve others. That's seeking first his righteousness. You know what Jesus says about that? All these things will be added on to you. So that is what you're missing, because that's what I was missing. I was trying to motivate the world, but when I got direct with my ICP and only spoke about them and didn't care about anybody else, that's when the 5-figure day came. That's when Saint University had its record month as well. That's the change. Let go of the world, let go of the views, and focus on serving those who need you. And that's where the change will be. And if you're ready to take that next step without mistakes, like I said before, apply to work with me one-on-one, link in the description. To join Saint University's God's Work Club, we'll see if we're a good fit and how we can move forward. And I'll be transparent, meaning if we're a good fit, do you actually have a business? Do you have a plan? And do you have the money to invest? Hello. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, I like to keep the videos short, straight to the point, help you, serve you, and even if you don't work with me, I genuinely hope you take this advice, implement it into your own content for your business, and it changes. And then you come back to this video, comment down below and say, Josh, this actually helped. Thank you so much. And on that note, I will catch you in the next one.